been 30 minutes. I'm sorry. I'm doing the best I can. You're not abandoning those. You're doing what you're told, okay? Now, the next part. This is awesome because I'm answering a lot of people's questions at once if you're not paying attention. Okay? All right. Sorry, I didn't mean to put you up my nose. When it comes down to taking the mark, will you let your children starve? I realize it's a hard question, but I'm curious. This is going to hurt. My family knows. Every one of them. I was to call my wife in here, my older kids in here, my younger kids in here. They'll tell you quick. I love my Father in heaven more than I love my family. A lot more. So much, in fact. Hey, now that right there, that ain't cutting it. Let's see. Ban Nietzsche Dawn from all things. Let's see. Bam. Sorry. There we go. So let's keep going. I'm not going to deal with that stuff down there. I'm just being honest. So if you're one of those people, you're quick gone. I want you to pay attention to this though. First of all, there's a mark given before the 1,000-year reign. Then there's a mark given after the 1,000-year reign. Hence why no one's tossed in the lake of fire until the end of the short season at the end of the world. Babylon had to get a double portion poured back on it with the blood of the saints. 2 portions because there's 2 people, 2 groups that die taking mark. That's why in the judgment it says those who did not take the mark. See, if you think you're living in the short season and you think that there's not going to be a mark, then what? Who are the people that are tossed in the lake of fire for receiving the mark? Was it only the people before the 1,000-year reign? Think hard. Okay? Think hard. Now, let's keep going. All right? With that mark that I'll get into here in a little bit, will I let my children starve? I'll starve with them. Absolutely. Every time. Every time. Do you know why? Do you know what's awesome about Revelation 21? It says that after judgment, I did a whole video on this the other day. It says that after judgment, that you won't remember anything. It says the former things will not be remembered, nor will they come to mind. Everybody's like, well, that don't mean I'm not going to remember my family. Well, I'm going to tell you, you want to remember your family that's in hell? Do you want to remember your friends that are in hell? Do you want to remember your childhood where you were beat and abused and raped? Do you want to remember all that? Do you want to remember watching your children get killed? Do you want to remember yourself getting killed? Do you want to remember your mom saying she hated you for the first time? Do you want to remember the first time you said you hated your mom? Do you want to remember that mistake you did for the rest of your life? Nope. It says even in the kingdom, it says there's not even going to be marriage anymore. Word for word. There will not be any more marrying. There's not going to be any more reproduction. Remember, it says we'll be like unto the angels, and the angels can't reproduce. Word for word. Former things. Now, this is important when you pay attention to the book of Job. What's up with the book of Job? Well, he lost everything, but he also had to do what he had to do. Okay? It is what it is. My kids know this also. I don't hide anything from them. They know about the Noatic laws. They know about everything. My son, my 11-year-old, knows about all this stuff. Okay? So absolutely, every time. Because you know what they're going to do? And I'm very sorry you have to hear this passage. But I have to read it to you. Just wait one sec. Oh man, I didn't want to read this passage. Please hold on one sec for me to pull this up. I want to answer everything with the Word of God. Oh man. One second. I didn't have this scripture pulled up here. Okay. Just one second. Don't go anywhere. Just have patience. I'm begging. I'm putting everything I have into this stuff. So whether you listen or not, or have patience, that's on you. I'd rather wait and hear the full truth with the Bible lined up beside it. So you want, because especially about something so controversial is what I'm going to read to you. And I'm very sorry you had to hear it. When I first read this, I started taking the Bible very seriously. Okay? All right. Time to say what your pastor won't say on Sunday morning. Have you never read Isaiah 13? about the destruction of Babylon. And this isn't just the destruction of Babylon. This is the destruction of Babylon that takes place at the end of the world. You know, when the sun and the moon stop putting off their light, which is mentioned at the end of Revelation 20, the stars and stuff stop putting off their light, and you have New Jerusalem coming down from the third heaven, and you have judgment taking place as well. The sun and the moon disappear. That's what takes place here. Okay? When it talks about the earth shall remove out of her place wrath of the Lord of hosts in the day of the fierce anger, which is at the end of the world, when the moon's not going to put off its light anymore and the sun's going to stop. This is that judgment of Babylon. Okay, I'm going to read you one of the hardest scriptures you've ever had to read in your whole life. And if this doesn't wake you up, I'm very, very, very sorry. Very sorry. Okay? All right. You ready? And it shall be chastised. Let me put this in a 1 second. My eyes are just adjusting. 1 sec. 1 sec. Don't go. Okay, awesome. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. And it shall be as the chased roe, as sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land. Everyone, staying. Okay, meaning they go back to their own house. Instead of going where he tells them, where he says, don't turn back for your jacket, pay attention to this. They go back into their own land and with their own people, instead of being called out into a different land as a pilgrim and to a different people. They go back to their own, and watch what happens. Everyone that is found, what do you mean? Well, these people here that went back to their own land and their own people, they're going to be found, and they shall be thrust through. And remember the sword. And everyone that is joined unto them, that's like, oh, I'm going to cling to this person here and just stay here in Babylon, which is what this whole chapter is about, says this: everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives will be ravished. Raped. Why does it tell you that? As a man, okay, you're going to be put in a situation where they're going to be like, hey, I'll spare your children's life if you deny the Son of God. And you'll be like, oh, okay, good, do it. He who does not love the Father more than your own family, you got to remember the Bible talks about, now understand, okay? It tells you. You're going to have to watch your children get dashed up before you. They're going to do it hoping that your faith will be shaken and changed. Husbands, your wives are going to be raped in front of you according to the Bible, ravished. And all you'd have to do is say, no, I deny him. I deny him. I'll be part of this. Take me to the city. Take me to that grave. Take me into that camp. Take me to that FEMA place. Take me into your custody. Please, I'll do what you say. I'll even work with you. Just don't hurt my children and don't hurt my wife. Your children shall be dashed into pieces before you. And then there's this. You know, this is the first time in history since the New World that we've been threatened with invasion. Not just aliens, which are demons fallen, but also Russia and Korea and China are all threatening the United States, an invasion, which has been in movies a lot. There's a reason why Russia is technically only a couple miles away from Alaska. Okay? Now you need to understand, this is the first time the United States has been threatened. Well, the book of Daniel talks about a short horn, and it talks about a kingdom coming in there. Well, so does this about the short time at the end of the world. It says that I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver nor gold, and they shall delight in it. Fun fact, Iran can't wait to kill your president, and he can't wait to ravish your wives, and they can't wait to get in hold of your children. They can't wait. Because here's the thing. They aren't waiting over there when they're burying Christians in holes while everybody sits comfortable in America, alive. They're not waiting while they're decapitating people right now and tossing them all into horrible deaths right now. They're not waiting. And that's their own people. They're not waiting. They can't wait. Barry, it's good to see you. They're not waiting. Speaking of Barry, this is perfect with this conversation. They were like, who are you? You know, I'm new to a lot of you guys. But you know what? This man Barry right here, honestly, one of the only people I talk to on the page, outside of the page, that's literally like a conversational brother with me, and I video call this man. I don't video call people. I video call him, and it is what it is. But let me tell you why. Barry took the call. Barry is, I'm not going to say her age online, Barry. Barry's an older man, okay? And Barry also, okay, went with me to India. He actually showed up early in India. And I'm not talking about the good part of India. I'm talking about the bad part of India. Not just the Jungle Book part of India, the tough part of India. Do you know where it's an anti-conversion law right now? As it has been for the past couple of years. Where it's illegal for me and Barry to go and preach and teach and give. It's illegal. So much, in fact, that while we were there, only a couple of villages over from us, a Christian pastor was taken by the Hindu temples. Okay? And they took him into the temple and tied him up tightly to a pole, and they stuffed cow dung and cow urine into this man, into his mouth until he passed out, and they took a picture of this man and put it right on the front of their newspaper while I was there. And you know what I did? Barry's a witness. Well, we were there for a little over a month, and we preached to I don't know how many people every single day. Over 70 sermons I preached while I was over there, each one being an hour minimum long. And they couldn't get enough. Matter of fact, me and Barry would go from place to place to place, to the fact where it was like, it was a lot. And then in between, I was going live with you guys. So technically, I did over 100 and some sermons in 1 month, while pastors are getting paid to do 53 20-minute sermons for a whole year. But anyway, we were there, boldly, right outside of the Hindu temple. And they got microphones blasting all over the speaker. We had drones flying over our head. Yeah. So no, and you know who was right there with me? My wife and my kids. Now I'm bringing this up because it's right in line with what we're talking about here. That's why you flee Babylon, to do stuff like that. Not to save your life, not to look for somewhere safe. Nowhere safe. Everywhere is eventually going to get judged. Judgment starts at Babylon, and then the rest of the world's judgment follows. Okay? Now, let's keep on going even further. I was going to pull up something else, but I want to get into the other questions, because I think I answered that enough.